All right, hello everyone. My name is Junxi. I come from SAS, and I'm presenting this at Blue Stamp Engineering. So this is the third time. This is my third milestone, the three-joint robotic arm. This time, however, I've added a few joysticks to be able to control the arm. A demonstration will be like this. So as you can see, both of these joystick has two inputs, the X input and the Y input, and there are four servos. Therefore, there and each and the input of each joystick is wired onto each servo. For example, moving the second joystick up would open and close the claw. Moving the second joystick left or right would move the top joint. Moving the first joystick up or down would move the first joint. The first joint, however, is moved to a limited degree because if it moves too far, then it has a chance to fall down, and once it does, it can't get back up. And moving the first joystick left or right moves the moves the plate of the bottom entirely, and therefore the entire structure. And that's the basis of how the claw works through processing of the inputs. The claw can ultimately move through joystick inputs. Unfortunately, one of some of the challenges I faced was that, as just shown before, the second joint usually tends to fall over, and once it falls over, it's impossible for it to upright itself, as the motor here simply doesn't have enough torque, and therefore I had to make a programmable hard stop in which moving when I move this, it'll never move more than a few degrees. The exact value is 15, so once it reaches 15, it just simply won't move after that. And that's one of my preventative measures to prevent anything from the claw from falling down. And another one of the challenges I faced was writing completely new code, because the old code went on a system of position, in which the position of these joysticks would be the position of these claws. That meant that as soon as I let go, it would return to its default state, which wasn't desirable if I wanted to make it able to so that I could move it like a booster, if I could move it continuously. So after changing that, I believe that I'm satisfied with this result as a robotic arm that can open, close, move its arms upwards and downwards, and most importantly, I managed to learn how to solve challenges such as the toppling over and toppling over of the second arm. So some modifications that I could add to this would be some QOL features. For example, I could tap both joysticks, or I could just tap one and the thing would immediately upright itself. Or I could replace the second servo with one with higher torque in order for it to be able to move the entire arm. Third of all, I could 3D model and print a physical hard stop, so that I can move it freely without having to worry about without having any unique code to it, so that it could be coded identical to all the other servos, but there will be a physical hard stop to make sure it doesn't fall too far. So those are some of the modifications I believe I would be likely to make. But for now, this is the three joint robotic arm, and this would be the third and final milestone.